Well, there's been a lot of talk lately about giving up your seat on an airplane, or even if it's okay to lean back in your seat. So what is right? What is wrong? Etiquette expert Diane Gottsman is here to help. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, this is a hot topic right now. I mean, flying in itself is just god-awful lately. It's a mess out there.
And we've all experienced it.
Yes.
So this is a really great topic.
It is. Okay, so I asked people on Facebook what they wanted to know about. And the biggest thing that came up, of course, is what do you do if someone asks you to give up their seat? And I saw it happen on an airplane that I was recently on. And I was really angry about it. Like, the woman asking the person to move kind of angered me, but I didn't say a thing because I was not getting involved.
Good.
But what is the etiquette?
So did they were sitting
asking for a teenager? Like, there was a man in the seat and they needed their teenager to be closer to them.
Okay, so
and I was like, no.
Here's the deal. You have to plan in advance. There's a little button that says, where would you like to sit? So when you can do that, unless you're on a airplane where you just come one, come all, and that happens as well. But what you don't want to do is, if you want to change seats, you can ask them politely and don't be upset when they say no. You don't want to be upset. You also don't want to sit in the seat and say, can I have this seat? You know, you have to be respectful. So the bottom line is you be polite and respectful. You can request it, but it should be aisle for aisle, window for window.
Yes.
Don't ask a middle for an
aisle. And that's what that was. I was like, and it was a big man. And I was like, he deserves the aisle seat that he paid for.
That was a no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can I take off my shoes on the plane?
That's a big no.
No. Okay.
Just no. No.
No, of
Don't
course
clip
not.
your fingernails. Don't take off your shoes.
Who thinks that is okay? I don't know. Another big issue lately is leaning back, right? Like, people get mad when you're leaning back in your seat.
Well, there is a button. Okay, so they offer you that option because there's a button to lean back. But I say, before you lean back, kind of take a quick look back to make sure there's not some long-legged person that you're going to inconvenience.
And maybe not go all the way back, because you're right. When you do go all the way back, you're like literally there
and then,
in your lap.
then the tray is in there. So I think, again, you know, think ahead, try and be polite.
It's common decency is really what it is.
Yes.
Okay, we've got some questions too that came in. These are very specific. What are the appropriate reasons to use a call button on an airplane?
So the flight attendant is not a waitress or waiter. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're calling for the right reasons. So if you want a cocktail and you want to pay for that cocktail, if you have an emergency, if there is a situation that needs their attention, but don't call just because you want to know how high you are. Well, when we're landing, so wait until they pass.
Okay.
Because they are busy taking care. They are there to protect us on this flight.
It's not
keep
like
us safe.
ding. I just have a question. Wanted to say hi. No, none of that. This is another one that I find interesting. The armrest. We're fighting over it. Like, when I'm on the plane and the armrests are down, I'm like inside my armrest. I'm squeezing myself together. I'm just right in my little zone.
So if you're in the middle seat, so you get both armrests. Now, you don't say to both people,
half of it, though.
I get both armrests. So it's just kind of a common courtesy that you can have a little of each, but that doesn't mean you're spread out like this, like a rowboat. And the people on the side, they're not hanging out in the aisle, but this poor person in the window should not be up like this. So middle seat etiquette is you can kind of navigate both, unless somebody has lifted up that armrest, which is weird.
Yeah, because you know what? Bring it back down.
Now you're in that space, and I don't know you.
Now we're together, and it's very odd. Yes.
Yes.
What about your bag? So you're supposed to put your bag under the seat in front of you, but oftentimes your bag is big and it bleeds everywhere.
Okay, this is my pet peeve. So the bag, if you have two bags, one goes under the seat. Make sure those straps are pushed in because other people are stepping on them. But try and keep your bag up above your bin. That means that if you can't, you can't. Sometimes you can't. But when you get on the plane and you're number 29, don't put your suitcase in number 12 because you don't want to carry it all the way back. So try and be courteous, bin for bin, when possible. Sometimes you can't.
Okay. What about taking off your seatbelt when the fasten seatbelt sign is still on?
Well, good luck to you because it's not safe.
Yeah.
So, but that is not for another passenger to tell that person. You know, you don't want to correct disrespect anyone.
Yes, very true. What about bringing liquor on the airplane? Like, it's been a thing. I hear them talk about it. Like, you're not allowed to bring your little mini bottles on the airplane, but you can.
So you can bring
Just can't drink 'em.
You can bring mini bottles on the airplane in a little Ziploc bag,
Yeah.
that's comfortable, but you can't drink them. You cannot drink
Why do
them.
you
You
want
have
to
to
tempt
wait
yourself?
until you're
Yeah.
off the plane to drink it. So don't try and cheat, and
Right.
you could get in a lot of trouble.
Bottom line is what we mentioned at the beginning, right? It's just use common sense and be decent.
Be courteous and smile. Give other people grace. It's the right thing to do.
It really is.
Yes, don't
All right.
push, shove, be nice.
Good conversation, Diane. Thank you so much. Always good to see you. If you've got questions, here's where you can find Diane Gottsman. She's at the Protocol School of Texas, protocolschooloftexas.com. And be sure you're following her on Instagram at Diane Gottsman.